Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Haute Bella experience. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys the items that I picked up from the Pat McGrath Labs Holiday Collection. So I ordered and received the Celestial Divinity palette a couple of weeks ago because you guys know with this particular holiday collection from Pat McGrath Labs, it was kind of interesting the way that the products became available or just how the whole rollout of this holiday collection happened. So the Celestial Divinity palette, which is this palette right here, this was the first item to become available out of the holiday collection from Pat McGrath Labs. So I had ordered this palette and I saved it because I wanted to be able to share all the items from the collection that I had purchased with you guys. I didn't want to break it up. So that's why I'm just now coming to you guys with this video. But anyway, this is the Celestial Divinity palette. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys saw where I did post on Instagram a picture of this palette. And this palette is so, oh my goodness. Let's just have a moment for this palette. I know, it's gorgeous, right? So there are 18 pans in this palette. This is a different type of release of eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath Labs because Pat McGrath has the Mothership palettes, which is the 12 pan palettes. I believe there are 12 pan palettes. Those are the larger palettes, very luxurious. Those are the highest of end of eyeshadow palettes offered by Pat McGrath Labs. Very luxurious eyeshadow palette. This palette I would also consider a luxurious palette, even though it does not come with the black lacquer packaging, but it is luxurious in that you still get 18 beautiful shades from Pat McGrath Labs. They are all of that rich and luxe formula that comes from Pat McGrath Labs. Yes, the packaging of this eyeshadow palette is cardboard and it does have the names printed on the back. But if you have not had the opportunity to experience any of the Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadows, this holiday collection, this Celestial Divinity palette is a wonderful opportunity to do that. So yeah, there are 18 shades in this palette, and these 6 shades here and these 6 shades here are actual repeats. And I know that there was some chatter about that because these were shades that were offered in the Star Wars palette. Well, I didn't pick up either one of the Star Wars palettes, so all 18 of these shades are new to me. So I'm really excited about this palette. But yeah, this is a gorgeous palette. I used this palette to create this gorgeous eye look today. Also, as part of the holiday collection from Pat McGrath Labs, she released 3 quads. I did not pick up all 3 of the quads. Since I had the 18 pan eyeshadow palette, I felt, okay, well, you know what? I don't have to get all of the quads, but I did pick up one, and I picked up the Risque Rose quad from the holiday collection. And I chose this one because it just looked the most interesting to me. I have some of the other quads from Pat McGrath Labs, but this is the one that when I thought about all of the quads that I currently have in my collection, I don't think I have anything like this one. So that's why I decided to go with this one. But yeah, this is the Risque Rose quad. And let me swatch this for you real quick. So that's the pink. That's the brown. Ooh, this is gorgeous. This is the rose shade in this palette. And then this is one of the specialty shades. So you can see what this palette or what this quad looks like swatched. This is a beautiful quad. And yes, you guys are going to see a look coming from this quad. So just stand by, it's on the way. So yeah, I picked up the Risque Rose quad from the holiday collection. I also picked up one of the lipsticks. This is in the shade Rouge à Lèvres. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's red. It's a red lipstick. I love the Pat McGrath lipsticks. This is a beautiful lipstick. This is the full size of the Pat McGrath lipstick, and this is a blue red, and I think that everyone should have a blue red lipstick in their collection. It's classic and it's just beautiful, especially with the holiday seasons right around the corner. It's good to have a good red lipstick. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you as well. And there it is. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous red lipstick. And the next item that I picked up from the Pat McGrath Holiday Collection, I was just as excited about this item as I was about the eyeshadow palette, I think. And that is the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter Illuminator. And this is in the shade Champagne Gold. And yeah, I was just excited about this because I have some other highlighters from Pat McGrath, but this is the first one that is in this type of packaging. Let me show you guys a couple of the other highlighters that I have from Pat McGrath. At one point I was like, oh, okay, this is the first time that Pat McGrath has released a highlighter. That's not true. So the first one that I recall is this one, and this is the Skin Fetish Highlighter Balm Duo. You guys have seen me use this in videos before. I really like this product. When I first got this product, it did take some getting used to for me because it is a little different. But just real quickly, I wanted to show you guys what this looks like. So this is the highlighter. And then on the other side of this is a clear balm like this. So if you wanted a shine or sheen to your cheek area, but you didn't necessarily want a color, you just kind of wanted to be transparent but still have that highlighting effect, then you would just use the balm. So yeah, this works out really, really well. I use it on top of my foundation and under my foundation. It works really well. And then she had the Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. This is what this trio looks like. And I love this trio. I think that it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't use it as much as I should, but I'm going to change that. But yeah, this is what the trio looks like. So I've given it a little love, but I'm going to give it a lot more love this fall and winter season. So yeah, so those are a couple of highlighting products from Pat McGrath Labs. And then she threw this one on us. And you guys, if I tell you, this highlighter probably weighs a pound because it is so weighted and it has that luxurious feel to it. And check out the packaging of this highlighter. Isn't it just gorgeous? It is gold and it's beautiful, and like I said, it's very weighted. It screws off and then you have the highlighter inside. This is a gorgeous highlighter. Again, this is in the shade Champagne Gold. And I am so glad to have this version of highlighter from Pat McGrath. I think it's beautiful. And again, it's one of those items that would look so, so gorgeous sitting on your vanity. Those are the items that I picked up from the Pat McGrath Holiday Collection. So if you guys would like to see how I created this look, then keep watching. I'm going to start off using this shade right here. This shade is called Galactic Gold, and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade for a brow bone highlight. I'm now going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Venusian Orchid, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I am now going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Major Mahogany, and I'm going to place this on my outer V and sweep it into my crease area. I have done my half cut crease type of situation that I normally do, that most of the time I always do. And I am going to go back into the shade Major Mahogany. That is this shade right here. And this is the shade that I used on my outer V and swept into the crease. And I'm going to use this same shade just to soften up the edges of where I have carved out this lid. I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Megabyte, and I'm going to use this starting with the inner corner and taking it out so that it meets this darker shade Major Mahogany that I already have on my lid. I'm going to use my MAC 242 brush. So pretty. I'm going back into Major Mahogany once again, and I'm going to do a little bit more blending. And I think this time around for blending, I'm not going to go back to my fluffy brush. I want to stick with my MAC 242, and I'm just going to clean the Megabyte off of the brush. I'm not going to add any additional shadow for right now. I'm just going to blend with what's already on my eye and see what I come up with. If I need to add some more, I'll add some more of Major Mahogany in as I need to. And I have got to use this shade right here. This shade is called Dragonfly. And I am going to use this to add a little bit more lightness into this area right here. And I'm going to use my Morphe 705. This is that pointed Morphe blending brush that I always talk to you guys about. So Dragonfly is such a gorgeous color. I've got to find something to do with this. So this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to place it right in here. Right in that inner corner. I am now going to use my Sigma E36, and I'm going to go back into this shade right here. This is Major Mahogany, and I am going to add a little bit more of the Major Mahogany shade in the area where I have had to manipulate my natural crease line. I think this eye look is gorgeous, so I am going to add my liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back. My liner and my lashes are done, so it's time to move on to my complexion. And I am going to be using the Pat McGrath concealer. I am in the shade M20. I'm also going to be using the Pat McGrath under eye powder. This is from the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection from Pat McGrath Labs. This is the blurring under eye powder. I am in the shade medium. I am going to use my Tarte Clay Foundation Stick for my cream contouring today. This is in the shade Rich Honey. This is one of my staple cream contouring products. So I'm going to be using this today as well. And for foundation, I am embarrassed almost to say I still have not yet purchased the Pat McGrath Labs foundation. It's in my cart. So I will be purchasing that here shortly. But for today, since I don't have it, I am going to use my Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. I picked this up a while ago, and I am desperately trying to get through this so that I can have room for some more foundations. I am in the shade Tan Y470, so I'm going to be using this foundation today. And I'm going to set this foundation with a Pat McGrath Labs setting powder. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection setting powder, and I am in the shade Medium 3. So this is a gorgeous powder. You guys have seen me use this before. I really, really like this powder. And as usual, I'm going to start applying this foundation on my jawline. Complexion is done. So let's go ahead and get the under eye set and get the foundation set as well. The Pat McGrath Labs under eye setting powder is one of my favorite setting powders for under my eyes. I love the way it looks, and you guys have heard me say this too. I love the fact that it calls out the under eye area specifically. So and I am going to use my MAC Fix Plus just to add a little bit more moisture into this look. And I'm going to do a little bronzing just to warm up my face a little bit. And I'm going to use my Terracotta Bronzer from Guerlain. I'm in the shade 07. And now it is time for highlighter. This is the gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter from the Holiday Collection from Pat McGrath Labs. And look at the highlighter itself. It is so, so pretty. Love it, love it. Let's get this on our cheeks. I am going to use my favorite highlighting brush. Very, very pretty. And now it's time to smoke out my waterline, and I'm going to use this shade right here. This is Major Mahogany, and I think I'm also going to use a little bit of this shade right here. This shade is Galactic Gold. So yeah, I think I'm going to add this Major Mahogany first, and then for the inner corner is where I will add in the Galactic Gold. It is time for lips, and as much as I would like to use my new lipstick from the Holiday Collection from Pat McGrath, Rouge à Lèvres, I think that's how you pronounce that, but it is a blue-red lipstick. Gorgeous. You guys I've already shown you guys what this lipstick looks like in the intro of this video. So yeah, I'm not going to use that red lipstick today. But trust me, you guys are going to see that red lipstick on my lips here soon. I'm going to use one of the other Pat McGrath Labs lipsticks that I have, and it's in the shade Flesh 3. You guys have seen me use this shade of lipstick before. This is one of the little minis that I have here. But yeah, this lipstick is gorgeous. I'm going to use this with no lip liner. I'm just going to put it on straight away. And this look is done. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.